Olive Branch,
Yes, Maple Leaf.
it's been a very long time. How you doing today?
I'm doing quite well. How about yourself?
It's good to hear. I'm doing great. It's been a lovely day out today, playing lots of video games, staying inside playing video games instead of actually, enjoying my day. Speaking of video games, we're about to play one. Can you guess which one?
No, I can't, but it's Platinum. Is it Bayonetta?
It might be. You're close.
Oh, I know that jingle anywhere.
It is Star Fox Zero for the Wii U. Now, I love this game. I love it to bits. It came out, as of this recording, it only came out like 2 weeks and a couple days ago. So like 18 days, something like that. And it got a lot of reviews on YouTube that are generally negative.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually it had one of the worst opening weeks in Japan as well.
No kidding. And Japan is basically, well, not really. Maybe the United States is more a fan of Star Fox, but I'm surprised that it got so negative reviews. Like, how come?
Mostly two significant reasons. The motion controls, first of all. This game does use the motion controls on the Wii U's gamepad pretty significantly. And because it's too much like Star Fox 64.
Well, I never played anything past Star Fox 3DS, which was basically a remake of 64. I never played Assault or Command or anything like that, so I'm guessing that they probably didn't sell too well, and Nintendo was like, we gotta go back to basics kind of thing.
Did you play Adventure? Good.
The name's Fox. Fox McCloud. I'm the leader of Star Fox, an elite fighter squadron established by ex-Cornerian flying ace James McCloud, my father. 5 years ago, my father was hired by General Pepper of the Cornerian Army to investigate strange activities on planet Venom. He never returned. Despite being a backwater little rock in space, Venom had become the base of operations for Andross, a crazed and banished scientist. 3 pilots flew out on that mission. My father, James, his best friend and wingman Peppy Hare, and Pigma Dengar, an honorless slimeball who volunteered for the assignment. Turns out Pigma was working for Andross the whole time. No one saw it coming. Pigma betrayed Peppy and my father and led them straight into a trap. In the chaos that followed, my father sacrificed himself to create a diversion so Peppy could escape. Barely making it home with his life, Peppy knew it fell upon him to report the courageous last moments of James McCloud. At the same time, he delivered the news that Andross had amassed a terrifyingly huge army and intended to conquer the entire Lylat system. And so began the Lylat Wars. Five years have passed. The battle between the Cornerian Army and Andross's forces is spreading to every planet in the Lylat system. To carry on my father's legacy, I brought Star Fox out of retirement. I've got the latest technology, and I'm filling the team with pilots I know I can trust. Slippy Toad, a close friend and a gifted mechanic. Falco Lombardi, a hotshot flyboy who's got your back when the going gets tough. Peppy Hare, my father's old wingman, a seasoned pro and the glue that holds the team together. That brings us to today. While en route to planet Corneria, we received an urgent message from General Pepper. Apparently, Andross's army appeared out of nowhere and launched a full-scale attack on our once peaceful capital. Now's our chance to honor my father's legacy and restore the Star Fox name. You hear that, Andross? We're coming for you!
I gotta admit, I like the old narrator better.
Yeah, the Leonard Nimoy impersonator.
Entering Corneria's
Yeah.
orbit.
Yeah. I was looking it up on IMDb, and Fox's and Slippy's voice actors are the same from Star Fox 64.
Looks like trouble down there.
Peppy's and Falco's, they opted out for reasons unknown.
Star Fox, do you?
Oh, General Pepper's the same too.
We're under attack from Andross's army.
He's got that little husk.
Help immediately!
We need your help immediately. That little.
Guess we'll have to save the sightseeing for another time.
Here's what I don't get. He said 5 years have passed, right? I always figured that in that time, like, you know, Fox had brought out the Star Fox from before retirement.
Balco here.
Like, you know, like to help out with the war. I never thought they were like, oh, we're charging Peppy or whatever. We're charging Pepper for every single alien we kill.
This is Peppy!
Stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Right.
I would have thought they would kind of do it out of a little bit out of charity, considering the circumstances.
I'm okay.
You think Fox will do it for free just because he wants to kill Andros?
Nah, I mean, getting rich on that is all well and good, but you gotta get your profit in, you know?
I've always wondered who finances Star Fox. Look at the Great Fox. That is not a cheap piece of equipment.
I imagine that these guys, I mean, actually, who hires them?
Pepper does. They're mercenaries. They're hired
Yeah.
by Pepper.
They're basically the only client.
Open the wings.
Oh, this is very pretty, though.
They're very good at what they do. So, the one thing with the motion controls that the Wii U does for
Yeah?
Star Fox is it controls the reticle. So, like, you can move the plane around and it does move the reticle just like in classic Star Fox. But you can also move the gamepad around and that'll move the reticle as well for additional control. And a lot of people don't like that.
Is it a bit hard to control?
It does take some getting used to. The learning curve is fairly steep, but I've only had the game not for very long. I mean, I bought it on launch day, but I've had it as long as anyone else. And by this point, it's like second nature. It's great. I mean, I hate that I have to reset the article every now and again, or the reticle, but it's like that's a very minor thing to get all up in arms about. Not something that I would really
A ring! Grab it if you need to.
put too much stress on Star Fox if I were to review it.
Oh, nice little loop there.
No, I'm Star Fox. I'm the best pilot there ever was.
I'm seeing here, like, I can definitely see the inspiration for the 64's, like, little bits here and there. I remember, like, these little dudes going into the tracks there. I'm guessing they're tanks.
I don't know what they are. I think they're cars.
They look like tanks to me, but at the same time, they always look like Andros heads.
Fox! Help! I'm being chased!
Oh, good old Slippy.
Yeah, classic Slippy.
Keep it up!
It seems like it's very easy to just lock and fire. Like, charging up a laser seems to be very fast this time around.
Yes, they did buff the laser quite a bit, I think, and also the blast from the laser travels very quickly as well.
They still keep. I noticed you're getting gold rings. This is still from the. Basically, it's 64 all over again, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people gave it negative reviews because it's too much like Star Fox 64. The gold rings in this case, they don't double your health gauge. If you'll notice, it's already pretty big.
Yeah.
What they do this time is they just give you a 1-up, but you'll also notice that some of them have these
Flags on
stripes.
them. Yeah, I can
the
see
stripes
the
on them,
ribbon.
yeah. If you get 3 of those, then you get a medal. And you know Star Fox 64, they're all about the medals. Got to get them all.
I thought it was always about number of kills, not collecting rings. Is this a new chain?
Every level has a different amount of medals available. Like in the upper right-hand corner right there, it says there are 5 medals.
That's
So
one
one of
medal
them-
for gold rings, 5 medals for something else.
So one of the medals is for killing a lot of people, yes. And you'll notice that sometimes when I shoot down a guy, it says hit +1
Yeah.
in yellow. So in Star Fox 64, if you shot down a pilot, or if you shot down an enemy, but they weren't destroyed, they went into a tumble. If you shot them again, then just like, you shot them again, it was fun. But in here, it actually has a point. Like those 3 fighters to the right that I just ignored. If you were to shoot them down and then shoot them again, you would get additional points for...
Oh, because you're basically being cruel.
Yeah. Cruelty potential.
Star Fox is stone cold.
You'll notice that's a whole lot easier to get points in this game. 150 in Star Fox 64 was enough to get the medal for Corneria, and I just got 215.
Star Fox, I'm glad you made it. I'm holed up on the top floor.
You might remember this scene from the anime if you watched it.
I did indeed, but I was wondering, like, the anime actually wasn't in this video. Was it like a YouTube only thing, or
It was a
an ad
YouTube
thing?
only thing. It was a promotional thing.
Well, that's a bit upsetting because the anime I thought kind of set the stage really well for what's going on here.
I don't believe... No, it's definitely not in the game in any form.
Huh? What are those ZL things that you see? Is this like to lock on or something?
Yes, if you press the ZL button, then you lock onto them, and the camera focuses on them rather than behind you. And that's pretty useful for bosses but for just like minor enemies, like don't bother.
Let the bots handle the rest.
I noticed you killed 10, and now
They're running.
I guess this is just like a temporary thing. Like you just kill 10 and move on.
Yes, some levels they do have like a you kill 10 people, you kill 15 people, whatever, and then you move on. If you manage to make that marker, then you get additional points for your score.
Containers are opening.
Yeah, I noticed the hit plus 10. I thought it was for bosses only, but I guess now, like you said, it's easy to get more kills. So
So during cutscenes, like when the camera panned over to these walkers that are coming out of the containers,
yeah,
you always have control of your R-Wing no matter what, even during cutscenes. So it's quite possible to just fly right into a building or whatever when something like that is happening.
that sounds like a bad idea.
Well, on the one hand, yes. But on the other hand, you actually, just hold on a second here. If you take a look at this building is actually from Star Fox for the Super Nintendo. This is the building that Star Fox flies out of at the very beginning. And I'm doing a great job just like flying in there trying to be like super cool. I'm Star Fox, I'm the greatest pilot there ever was.
Just chunk yourself. I noticed that this time around, like... Actually, no, that I think about it, Star Fox 64, when you crashed into something, you didn't just immediately go into death, did you?
No, not immediately. No, you didn't immediately die. If you crashed into something, like the game made a big deal about it and went boom when like you shook around and there's a big old explosion around you, but like, well, it didn't do too much damage.
Rumble packs, man.
Use your motion
That was what you were like, oh
control
crap, 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 crap.
Yeah.
Nothing like that in this time around, is it, though?
Star Fox 64 was a pioneer in the rumble feedback technology. It was the first game ever to use force feedback.
Good times. But now this time around, it's nothing really... I guess there's nothing really first time around here.
Nah, like I said, this is all just Star Fox 64 again, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's what everyone wanted.
Fox, we are
I
Like-
don't know about that. I don't know. I mean,
Well-
because if they're saying... If people said it's too much like 64,
Hey, something's coming from above.
then, you know, maybe they made a mistake. It's like, it's more of the same. You know, we got that with 3DS and whatever.
Like the insects you are.
Oh, this is a new boss. I don't remember this in the first in 64.
Nope, this guy's completely original.
Do not steal.
So,
enemy shield.
I'm currently locked onto the boss, and I can't actually let go. So, like, the camera's gonna stay like this for the entire fight. It's not necessarily a bad thing, because on the gamepad screen, you can see through the cockpit, so you're always looking straight ahead. I can switch screens, and I can show you what the cockpit is seeing right now if I wanted to by pressing the select button. But I'm opting not to, because this is way more cinematic.
Behind you! Quick!
I think it would be pretty neat later on. Like, I'm pretty sure you don't do it in this video, but it would be neat to like do a picture-in-picture just to show a little bit of what it would look like.
I think that would be impossible, because in order to do picture-in-picture, I'd have to do 2 recordings at once. I'd have to capture off the gamepad directly.
Oh yeah, that would be like a cam, like a shaky cam looking footage.
Yeah, either that or mod my gamepad.
Use your motion controls to target enemy weak.
Curse you, Star Fox! I'll get you next time.
Oh, rocket ship away. Is this it?
That's it.
That was a simple mission. Then again, this is the first mission, so I assume it would be relatively straightforward.
Yeah, Corneria is typically like, well, it's the first level. Of course, it's the easiest level of all the games.
I noticed you just said mission complete. Is this because you didn't do a secret route?
That's
We're
correct.
heading out.
Oh dear me.
All aircraft report.
Getting the mission complete on every mission is how you get
You
one of the
okay
medals.
over there, Fox?
Mission accomplished is something different?
Did it!
Mission accomplished is something different. If you remember in Star Fox 64, doing mission accomplished was because you did something else.
You did something secret and special.
So there's an advantage to keeping your wingmen alive this time. If in Star Fox 64, if your co-pilots shot down any enemies, then that was like a kill that you didn't get paid for. But in this game, if you keep their shield gauge up to max, then they actually get more points for you.
I noticed you got free kills from them.
Yeah, because I kept them healthy.
But is
And-
that all the kills they actually were able to get the entire level? Like,
no,
they literally got
I'm-
like Falcon got 10, Peppy got 8.
I'm fairly certain it's dependent on the shield gauge. Peppy had the least amount of shield of them all.
Otherwise, I'd say like these guys do not pull their weight, do they?
No, I got 200 something. Falco got 10.
Sector Alpha. That's for next time, eh?
That's where we'll be going in the next video. See you then.